What's good, everybody? Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Got another live stream for y'all. As you see the title, let me make sure. Okay. As y'all see the title, I want to talk about the dock worker strike, the Florida hurricanes, and people want to leave the workforce to do content. There's a lot of stuff going on in this world. Today is the 1st of October. It just seems like the year started. And we in October already. We in fall season. We in fall season already. Yeah, so that's been the talk of the internet, the talk of the internet about how people going on strike at these dockers on the eastern Gulf Coast ports. Dock workers going on strike from Maine to Texas. Now we know the transportation industry is the backbone of this economy and society. Without truck drivers, without our dock workers, if they stop working and stop moving, society gonna be put in a standstill because we need our transportation industry. But first off, I want to give a shout out to all those that work in that industry. If you're a truck driver, if you're a ship captain that be the captain of these big ships that haul freight and cargo, even the railroad workers. Shout out to all those men and women that work in those industries. Because without y'all, society won't function. Because once them grocery trucks stop rolling, that's a wrap. That's a wrap. It don't take much for a grocery store to be cleaned out. It don't take much at all. Don't take much at all. But anyway, hope all is well with y'all on this Tuesday afternoon, on the 1st of October. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and read an article. I'm on CNN.com. I'm gonna read this article. It says massive port strike begins across America's East Coast, threatens shortages and rising prices. Now that's gonna be a big problem. We're already dealing with inflation. So if these strikes continue for a long term, it's gonna cause the price of things to go up. And it's bad enough. Inflation is kicking everybody's behind. It don't matter if you're making 20K, 60K, six figures. Inflation is undefeated in this economy. Inflation is undefeated. Don't matter if you're making 100K, shucks. In some cities and states, you making six figures, you still struggle. You got a lot of people making six figures and they struggling just like a person that just make 30, 40K a year. And that's straight up news. Okay. Nearly 50,000 members of the International Longshoremen's Association are on strike Tuesday against the nation's east and Gulf Coast ports, choking off the flow of many of America's imports and exports. What could become the country's most disruptive work stoppage in decades. Wow. So they say this could become the country's most disruptive work stoppage in decades. The strike, which began at midnight, will stop the flow of a wide variety of goods over the docks of almost all cargo ports from Maine to Texas. This includes bananas, European beer, wine and liquor, along with furniture, clothing, household goods, and European autos, as well as parts needed to keep U.S. factories operate and American workers in those plants on the job. Among many other goods, it could also stop U.S. exports now flowing through those ports, hurting sales from American companies. A wide gap remained between the union's demands and the contract offer from the United States Maritime Alliance, which uses the acronym USMX. The Maritime Alliance represents the major shipping lines, all of which are foreign owned, as well as terminal operators and port authorities. So wow, it's going to affect a lot of people. This is going to affect a lot of people. It's going to affect a lot of industries and some of the cargo. I just read it say bananas, European beer, wine, and liquor, along with furniture, clothing, household goods. That's your everyday products, your necessities. A lot of necessities are these ports on these cargo ships. You know, like when you go to a port, you see these big giant shipping containers. That's none but items up in there. And if you got food items up in there, it don't take long for food items to perish, you know, especially if it's non-perishable, you know. So with this strike, it's gonna affect a lot of people. I don't know what's the cost of this. Maybe they not paying the workers, maybe the working conditions, you know, because it's just crazy out there on them. Because man, we need our transportation industry. We need them. Without those workers, society gonna crumble. You know, just like the truck drivers. You know, I was watching another content creator. Shout out to Big Ward, the genius. He a content creator. He was touching base on the strike too. Big Ward, the genius. He a brother. He be doing his videos in his truck. He drive trucks. You know, and he telling it how it is. He one of them Gen X brothers. He just telling how it is. You know, straight up. He gets straight to the facts. Yep. Anyway. Let's see. Hold up. I'm not gonna read the whole. I'm gonna just skim through some of it. It says, but most of those, let's see something. Other perishable items such as cherries also move through the ports, as do a large percentage of imported wine, beer, and hard liquor. Raw materials used by U.S. food producers, such as cocoa and sugar, make up a large portion of the affected ports as well. And many non-perishable goods, such as furniture and appliances, are imported through the affected ports too. Retailers have been rushing in recent months to get the imported products they expect to sell through the holiday season. Yeah, you know, these stores, they want these stuff because they got the holiday sales like Black Friday. I don't get it. You know what's crazy? Inflation. A lot of people are struggling out there with the inflation. They still gonna want people to spend a lot of money around the holiday season. People need to wake up, man. These holidays is nothing but a big scam. It's a scam to get you to spend money on a pagan day that is a day that was have pagan roots and origins. Why? Just ask yourself, people that just want to observe these holidays, why? Why are you spending so much money when you could save that money for a rainy day? I mean, you got people buying these new iPhones, tablets. You already have a tablet. Make use of the tablet you already have. I'm just saying, you know, I never get why people does that. If you got, you see, I got a Samsung S23, and I'm sure they came out with the S20 Ultra. I'm not gonna upgrade. I'm gonna get my money's worth out the phone I have now. As long as I take care of it, as long as the screen not crack, as long as it's still running and functioning, I'm not gonna upgrade to the next phone. You see, some people they can't wait. What's the latest iPhone they got with the iPhone 16? Soon as they announce the iPhone 17, people gonna ready to ditch the 16 for the 17 and don't realize it's the same phone. The only difference is they just changed the number on it. They just dropped the 6 and put a 7. It's the 17. And it's gonna have the same features. It might have some new features, but it's still gonna be the same phone. People don't realize that. People need to wake up. You know, just like with Sony, with they buffoonery, they coming out with the PS5 Pro. You just be better getting the basic PS5. It's the same thing. The only difference is with the PS5 Pro, it's for 8K quality. You're going to get the 8K quality. If you have an 8K TV, but you don't need no PS5, and then they want to charge you $700 for that, man. They full of crap. To hell with you, Sony. How you gonna charge damn near $700 for a PS5 Pro? You got no library of games. You know, it don't even come with a game. It don't even come with 2 controllers. You know, man, you just be able to get a regular PS5. You know, and some of these companies, man, they just money hungry. They know people out there struggling, and y'all want to overcharge them for certain things. Yeah, y'all some pricks, Sony. Straight up, y'all some goddamn pricks. Real talk. But yeah, this strike gonna affect a lot of people. If they don't do something, I don't know. If they don't do something about this, it's gonna affect a lot of businesses, a lot of companies, neighborhoods, societies. You know, it's gonna affect a lot of things because we need our ports. And then you see, like down here in Louisiana, New Orleans is one of the biggest ports in America. The port of New Orleans. Yeah, because New Orleans is a port city. You know, just like how you got the port of Miami, you got the Miami port, you got the port in Houston, New Orleans, some parts of Maine. Yeah. But Maine and New Orleans is a port city. It's one of the biggest ports in the world, the port of New Orleans. And a lot of ships, you know, and container ships, you know, be going there. I mean, yeah. So, man, hope they get their stuff together with these companies, man, because like once the dock workers stop working, that's gonna hurt the trucking industry. It's gonna hurt the railroad industry too, because some items get transported through the railroad industry. You know, the rail workers like Bulletin Norton, Santa Fe, and Union Pacific. That's like two of the big dogs in the railroad industry. You got other rail lines, but the two of the big railroad companies out there is Bulletin Norton, Santa Fe, and Union Pacific. You see, Bulletin Norton, Santa Fe used to be they separate, but they merged. They had a merger back in the 90s. I never forget that because I used to get train magazines back then at the store. When we used to go to the mall, they used to have this store that sell magazines and stuff, and every once in a while I get the railroad magazines. Yeah, that was like back in the 90s. See, back in the 90s, the malls was it. The malls are a former shell of itself these days. But yeah, back in the 90s, they used to have this newsstand. They call it a newsstand, you know, and they have like magazines. It was a store that sell numbered magazines. And I used to get the railroad magazines. But talk about, you know, the different trains, the railroad companies, because I was into trains, you know. I'm fascinated with the railroads, you know. And like back in the 90s, they had a merger between Bulletin Norton and Santa Fe, two railroad companies. And the merger is still going strong till this day, you know. And you got Union Pacific. You see, I think Union Pacific, they must have brought out Southern Pacific because back in the 90s, that's all I used to see passing was Southern Pacific. I rarely see back in the 90s in our area, we rarely saw Union Pacific. We always seen Southern Pacific passing through our railroad areas. But I think Union Pacific must have brought them out because you don't see Southern Pacific no more, man. I miss Southern Pacific. That was the red and black trains. The engines was red and black, and it had the SP logo on the front. And you could, especially in the wintertime, that's one thing about them Southern Pacific locomotives. I call them old Smoky Joes because, like, when it was cold, sometimes the engines would be smoking. You'll see none of the black smoke coming from the top of the engine, you know, like old Smoky Joes. But that was some powerful engines, though. But yeah, I think Union Pacific brought them out. Yeah. But anyway, yeah, shout out to the railroad workers, the truck drivers, the dock workers. Because, man, and that's another thing. Society tends to crap on blue collar workers, man. Don't crap on blue collar workers. Because without the blue collar workers, man, society won't function. You like your construction workers, your garbage men, your tradesmen, your dock workers, truck drivers, man. Put some respect on these workers' names. For real, for real. Put some respect on their names. Because you got a lot of men and women working in these industries, like the transportation industry. They putting a lot on the line. They sacrificing a lot. They sacrificing days to spend with their family. Especially if you work for like, if you're a UPS driver or a FedEx driver, you're going to miss out a lot. You're going to miss out, especially if you got a family. Real talk. You're going to miss out on your children's birthdays, holidays, you know. You might have a child that might play sports. You're going to miss out on that. Because, you know, so shout out to these workers, man. They risking a lot. They putting a lot. Sometimes they put a strain on their marriages, you know. You got a lot of experienced UPS workers, the drivers, they say, man, I'm going through a divorce because, you know, wifey can't take it. Wifey can't take the strain on a job, you know, vice versa, you know. Yeah, but you gotta respect what they do. I see that as just being impatient. If you got a spouse that's working in a transportation industry, you better respect them. They bringing home the turkey bacon. I'm not gonna say regular bacon because I don't eat regular bacon. I eat turkey bacon. I don't eat that damn swine. But anyway, what's good, everybody? I see y'all in the chat. Yep. But shout out to those people that work in those industries. And then we seen Florida got hit with a Category 4 hurricane. Hurricane Helena did a lot of damage to Florida. It started off as a tropical storm. Let's see, Hurricane Helene death toll. They said at least, whoa, the death toll went up. Death toll from Hurricane Helene. The death toll like it went up to 130. Wow. And it still got a lot of people out with power. Okay, let me see. The latest on aftermath of Hurricane Helene. At least 130 people have died across 6 states, and officials fear the death toll can rise. Many more remain missing, perhaps unable to leave their location or unable to contact family, where communications infrastructure is in shreds. Hundreds of roads remain closed, especially in the Carolinas, hampering the delivery of badly needed supplies. And more than 2 million customers remain without power, according to the Power Outage USA. And that was a powerful storm. That was a powerful storm. Yeah, it did some damage in Florida. It did some heavy damage in Florida. Because you see, Florida is a hurricane state. We got spared. All praises. We got spared down here in Louisiana. We got spared, but we're not out of the woods yet because we still in hurricane season. Scorpio Mama, we still in hurricane season. You know, but yeah, Florida, I wasn't expecting that because usually when a hurricane makes landfall, it's going to do its damage, then it's going to weaken. They say it gained a strength to a Category 4. It was a Category 3, but when it made landfall in Florida, it became a Category 4. And you know, that's a monster storm right there, Category 4. Mm-hmm. And then they got something else developing in the Gulf too, so that's bad. They got one developing in the Gulf right now. Yeah, millions of people out with power, and they probably ain't gonna be without power probably for the next couple of months. South Carolina, North Carolina, Georgia got it bad now. Yeah, they got affected by them states got affected by the storm too. Mm-hmm. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the death toll is at 130 people so far. That's the death toll. You know, and people focus on the Diddy nonsense, but we got people suffering from the storm. And you know, they want to focus on this BS election. You know, it don't matter who get in office, man. You know, they better do something about the goddamn inflation. You know, make pay people a livable wage. You know, I'm just saying. Okay, they broke down the tell. Okay, North Carolina had 56 people lost their lives. South Carolina, 30 people. Georgia, 25. Florida, 11 people. Tennessee, 6 people. Virginia, 2 people. Damn, even Virginia got affected by it? Golly. That was a powerful storm because I think it did the most damage in Florida, though, and in the Carolinas. And Georgia just got rain and water and wind. But yeah, well, I take it back. North Carolina had the most death toll. North Carolina had 56 people. South Carolina, 30. Georgia, 25. Florida, 11. Tennessee, 6. Virginia, 2. Sheesh. Man, Hurricane Helene, that was a monster storm. That was a monster storm. And just think about it. I bet you them wildlife, they probably chilling in some of them neighborhoods, like them gators, them Florida gators. They chilling in people neighborhood, them alligators. People better watch out for them snakes and gators down there in Florida. Yeah, because Florida is heavy with wildlife. Like we got gators down here in Louisiana, but the alligators in Florida, they way more aggressive, in my opinion. They're aggressive down here too, but something about them Florida gators, man. Something about them Florida gators. They bigger, they meaner, and they more aggressive. They don't give a damn. Them gators in Florida, they don't give a damn. They'll go in your pool. If you got a swimming pool in your house, don't be surprised if you see an alligator chilling up in there swimming. You're going to have to call animal control. Sometimes you might have to call animal control to get a gator out your pool or a big snake, like a python or something, Because usually people that keep these snakes as pets, like a python or a boa constrictor, if they get too big, they release them in a while and they get bigger. If they survive. Yep. So that storm affected 6 states. Hurricane Helene. It affected up to 6 states. Like I said, we've been spared. Because God forbid if we would have got that storm, if we would have got Hurricane Helene hit Louisiana, if Helene would have struck Louisiana, it'd have been another Katrina. It'd have been another Katrina, if not worse. I'm just saying, in my opinion, if Helene would have struck Louisiana, it'd have been a Katrina all over again, but probably worse. Yeah, a lot of people out, a lot of roads still closed, people still out of power, and that was a devastating storm. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Tropical storm Kirk forms. Okay, they got something out there brewing up now in the Gulf. Tropical storm Kirk. Yep. But I'm in North Carolina, down trees. So we got a lot of trees down. Sure. Yeah. That's gonna cost a lot of money. It's gonna cost a lot of time and money. People need to be patient with the workers, like with the utility workers. People just need to take it one day at a time. Yah is not happy with us. Facts. He ain't happy with Israel. He ain't happy with the way this world going to get in society. He really ticked off how America is becoming. This society is becoming more wicked. Is people don't care no more. They don't care about what's righteous or what's morals. People more infatuated what's going on with that Diddy nonsense. With P Diddy. Instead of why they can't say offer up prayers for the victims who lost everything in that storm. They want everything to be about Diddy. That's a distraction. Yeah, we know Diddy did a lot. He no good. We know Diddy is no good. We know he's a wicked man. We know he was doing all that buffoonery. Focus on what matters. Focus on what matters. And I mean, it's getting exactly. That's right, Naomi. They need to focus on what matters. You got a lot of people without power. Some of these states ain't gonna get power. Some of these residents in these states probably ain't gonna get power till maybe towards the end of the year. And you gotta think about the utility workers. They working tirelessly. They work because my dad he retired. He used to work for the electric company. And like every time they had hurricanes down here in Louisiana, sometimes he have to go help out, you know, and he'll be working long hours. But he retired right now. He retired, all praise. He retired, you know. But yeah, he used to work for the electric company down here in our area. And like for the storms, they have to go out of town sometimes and help out with other parishes that lost power for the hurricanes. Hmm. Yeah, I see Big War just uploaded a video. Yeah, he just uploaded port strike 1 day footage. I'll check it out whenever. Hmm. Yep. Oh yeah, and see that's what's bad. I don't mind living around a lot of trees, but that's what's bad. If you have a lot of trees in your yard, you gotta worry about a tree falling on your house or trailer. You know, if you got a lot of trees in your yard from the storms and heavy winds, yep, you gotta worry about that. But anyway, and another thing I noticed what's going on these YouTube streets. I see a lot of content creators, a lot of young people, whether they millennials, but man, the Gen Z, a majority Gen Z, talking about they don't want to work. And it's a lot of people, they getting tired of the work force. And part of me don't blame them, maybe because it's a toxic work environment and they getting underpaid. That's the part I agree with them about. You know, they not getting paid a livable wage. Some of these people, they rather quit their job and just do content. You know, it's pros and cons to everything in life. You know, if you want to, I want to advise you, like, my advice to these content creators, don't quit your job and rely on YouTube. The only way I say you quit your job if your channel blow up. If your channel blow up, you get monetized and the algorithm boosts you up. But don't quit your job. You'll be a buffoon to do that. You'll be a buffoon to quit your damn job. You know, I see a lot of these young people, they want to quit their job and do YouTube. And I'm not against that. Don't get it twisted. Disclaimer: I'm not against that because you have a right to do content. What's good, Master Moshe? Salute. What's good? But yeah, because you never know. You might need that job to fall back on. I'm just saying, you know, because what if you don't be big on YouTube? What if the algorithm don't boost you up? And I don't care what they say, the algorithm is rigged. If you don't have enough people liking your videos, commenting your videos, the algorithm gonna spit you out. That's how it rolls. The algorithm, and especially if you're shadow banned too. That's just how the YouTube algorithm works. You know, if you don't have enough people coming to your content, liking, viewing, and sharing, the algorithm gonna spit you out. But it is what it is. But anyway, don't quit your job. I know it's frustrating. And a lot of these companies, they are frustrating. You got these supervisors. And another thing I noticed, if you do content and your channel blow up, you gotta worry about your coworkers finding out and going to report you to HR. Because I saw that happen to a brother, a younger brother. He was frustrated. I mean, the brother was frustrated. He was like, man, y'all hating on me. Y'all hating on me, this and that. And I don't blame him. And I was like, yeah, they hating on him because his channel growing. You know? And you gotta understand some people wanna, and you got that portion of people that want to keep their job and use YouTube as a side hustle. You know, and ain't nothing wrong with that. But I think that's wrong when these jobs be threatening these content creators. If your job find out you do YouTube and you might talk about what you're going through at your workplace, I think that's wrong. These companies threatening workers, say, oh, yeah, you could do your YouTube, but we're not gonna tolerate you talking about the company and all that. Last time I checked, once you off the clock, you on your time. What happened to that? When you off the, that's what I don't understand. Why the hell these jobs want to worry about what you're doing off the company time? Once you off company time, that's what you do on your time. You're not on company time. The only time a job's supposed to be concerned about what you're doing if you on a time, if you clocking a clock. But once you clock out, that's your time. If I was a boss of a company, I don't give a damn what my coworkers do. Once, long as they put in their hours, long as they make their hours, they do their task. And once they hit clock out, that's their job. That's their life. They go and live their life. They go and do what they got to do. Same thing with me. If I'm the damn boss or the supervisor, I'm clocking out and I'm going to handle my business and doing what I got to go tend to. But yeah, some of these jobs, they want to be in your personal life because they got social media policies now. You know, if you post something crazy on social media and they find out, they could terminate you. I'll be like, and then you got to watch out though. Even in the hiring process, they have a right to go look at your social media pages before they hire you. So people getting fed up with the buffoonery. They just rather do content. They say F these jobs and just do their own thing. Find them a side hustle, do gig work like DoorDash, Spark Delivery, Amazon Flex. They call that gig work. Now that's fine and dandy, but it's fine. It's a good side hustle, but you see what's bad about those gig jobs and doing content on YouTube? You don't have no benefits. You don't have no insurance plan. You don't have no dental insurance plan like you have at a regular job. I'm just saying, there's pros and cons to everything. It's pros and cons to everything. But yeah, a lot of people getting fed up, and especially a lot of young men. They just saying to hell with it. They rather just stay home and chill. Play video games, and relax. And I'm not for being lazy. I'm a person, man. You gotta go out there and work. That's how I was raised. I couldn't stay home all day, not all the time you deserve to stay home all day if you're working your behind off on a job. On your day off. If you choose to stay home all day on your day off. But to say, man, to hell with working, I don't want to work. I don't want to go to work. I'm just stay home all day. I couldn't do it. I know I couldn't. I'll lose my mind. I'll lose my freaking mind. I knew a few people that got injured on a job. They was miserable because they wish they was working. I had a relative in my family like that. He had to retire early because he got hurt. He got an injury. And he always used to tell me, he's like, man, I wish I could be working right now. But leave it to the younger generation today. They talking about, I don't want to work. I'm tired of it. I don't want to deal with this. I understand they're not paying you a livable wage. Man, a lot of people struggling out here. Don't get it twisted. I think it's unfair too, but you still got to work. That it's so bad. You got people making videos say they'd rather be homeless than work a 9 to 5. What the hell? You mean to tell me you'd rather be on the street smelling like a damn dingy, dirty hobo instead of working a job, barely getting by? At least you have something roof over your head and food to eat. You'd rather be homeless. And you have people with that mentality too. They'd rather panhandle. They'd rather freaking panhandle. You got a lot of them around here doing that, panhandling. They be making good money doing that buffoonery because they don't enforce the law. If they was to crack down on these panhandlers, get their behinds off the damn streets and roads, they'll change their attitude. But no, I take that back. They wouldn't. They'll just migrate to another location because that's what they do. Because they got a whole panhandling community out here. And all cities have panhandling communities. Sometimes they look out for each other. Sometimes in most cases, they don't look out for each other. They snake each other. Let me rephrase that. They snake each other. They snake each other, They'll fight over a damn spot, the panhandle. Yeah. It's crazy out here, though. Yeah, you got people say they'd rather be homeless than to work a 9 to 5. I'm like, you crazy? Shit, you smoking some bad weed or something. Shit. And this is coming from young folks, too. I'm talking about young folks in their 20s. I'd be like, you don't want to be homeless? No, the true homeless people don't want to be homeless. Most people that's homeless, they wish they could be in a better position. And some people don't care. You got all different types of homeless people. You got the people that's homeless by choice because they want to be homeless, and you got those that's homeless due to circumstances, that's trying to get out of it. Mm-hmm. Yep. You got some of these content creators that's homeless, but they channel and making they getting by off of YouTube, you know. But yeah, but like I say, I have to work. You know, I don't mind going to work, you know, because the way I look at it, you get out when you go to work, you get out the house, you know, you're going, you know, keep your mind occupied doing your job. Now, if you work, even people that's working, I couldn't even work from home. I know some people work from home. I don't think I could probably do that. It all depends what type of feelings, but nah. But yeah, you got people saying they'd rather be homeless than work a 9 to 5. Like, man, what a logic behind that? That doesn't make any freaking sense. Not at all. That doesn't make any freaking sense. And I know they're not paying people a livable wage, these jobs. And I agree. I think minimum wage, how things are right now, I think minimum wage should be at least $20 an hour. In most states, minimum wage they should pass a national law that minimum wage should be at least $20 an hour. Say like if you want to work at these low end jobs, you know, like if you like a retail flipping burgers, they should start you off $20 an hour and give you like maybe a raise every year. Give you like $1 raise every year, you know, based on your performance, you know, and cap it a certain way, because that's what people don't understand. The more money you start making, inflation gonna keep rising and rising. That's why I don't get when people say, "Oh, I'm making this amount. I'm making 300K a year." Talking all that good game on YouTube and social media, talking about I'm making this amount. I'm chasing the bag. Yeah, you getting the money, but inflation keep going up. That's why I said earlier, inflation is undefeated. Inflation is undefeated. I don't care how much you making. I don't care if you making 60 grand a year or if you making 600,000 a year. Inflation is undefeated. And that's sad though. Because you got a lot of millennials and Gen Z, they want to have the American dream. They want the house. They want the family. But they can't afford it due to how things are in society. And some of them came to realization that they may never be a homeowner. They may never have a family. And they just going to accept the reality. And that's why you got a lot of men giving up in society. You got a lot of men giving up. They say to hell with the society, just going to go their own way. They just going to, you know, do their own thing and let society burn. And part of me agree with them. You know, let this bitch burn down, man. Because this place wicked anyway. America is about to fall like Rome. Let it burn down. You know, because righteousness need to be restored on this earth. Righteousness need to be restored on this earth, man, because it's getting crazy and crazy out here. Straight up. It's getting crazy and crazy out here. So we just got to stay on our P's and Q's. You know, I'm just speaking in general. Just take it one day at a time, but don't quit your job. I tell it to any content creator, that's don't get prideful and ego. Don't let those views, just because just because your channel might grow overnight to 10,000 subs and you're getting a lot of views, don't let that get to your head and quit your job, because you have your you're gonna reach your plateau. See, that's what people don't understand. That's what content creators don't understand. Once you're gonna reach a certain plateau, and then sometime you're gonna start losing views. Your views gonna go down. You ain't gonna be getting the views. Say like once upon a time you got a big channel, right? And your views average between 5,000 to 10,000. You're gonna reach that plateau. And when I mean you're gonna reach a certain plateau, then your views ain't gonna be like they used to be. You might get about a couple of thousand views. You're rarely gonna get 5K unless it's something that's a popular topic. Mm-hmm. But unfortunately, drama sells in the black sector. Drama sells because too many Negroes love the drama. We are, and I'm guilty of it too. You know, we all entertain the bull crap. Let's just keep it 100. We all entertain the bull crap because it makes things interesting. I'm just calling a spade a spade. It makes things interesting, you know. You know. She kind of like what's going on with Ringo and New Breed, man. This stuff still going on. The beef between Ringo and Nas, 3 against 1. It's Rollo, Ringo, Brainwaves against New Breed. I mean, it's just a whole fiasco, man. They need to just go their separate ways, man. You know, that's the wise thing to do. You know, but I understand people love drama. They just, you know, and shout out to Mark the Messenger, man. He being a bigger man out of all of this. I know I said some things about Mark the Messenger, and I retract what I said about Mark the Messenger. But he, to be honest, he being a bigger man. He the youngest out of all. He like what, 31? He being a bigger person. He not even entertaining it. He probably might watch what's going on from the outside, but he not entertaining it. Once he made that video, say, I'm not associated with these guys. None of them. None of them. I mean, he meant that too. He stood on his word. The young brother stood on his word. You know, I gotta respect that. He said he ain't entertaining that. Shit, he gotta worry about his own household, and that's the way to do it. But unfortunately, you know, they continue. They going on. I mean, the beef between Ringo and New Breed, man, like a hat. They trying to be like the Hatfield and the McCoys. They trying to be like the Hatfield and McCoys on these YouTube streets. It's crazy. It's crazy. And from my analysis of it, they wearing each other down. You know, all they doing is stressing each other out and raising each other blood pressure up, and that's unhealthy. I'm just keeping it at 100. You know, life is too short for that buffoonery. Life is too short to keep going back and forth on social media. You know, I don't get it. You know, the Most High blessed these men, these brothers. He blessed them. You know, Ringo got a house, he got a family. New Breed just got a house. You know, won't they just let bygones be bygones? Say, look, yeah, I don't rock with that brother no more. I'm gonna move forward. I'm not gonna do videos about it. I'm gonna do other content. But the thing that's hurting them is that pride and ego. That ego, man. If it's like none of them, if you know, it's like they can't help themselves. It's the ego, pride and ego. You know. But yeah. And shout out to that young brother Born Rope. I saw his video earlier. He was going in on him. That younger brother. He's 23 years old. I thought he was like at least 27. He's 23 years old. And he talking with us some sense. That young brother, man. Born Rope. I watched that video earlier. He was addressing brainwaves. And you know, he made some valid points, the brother. You know, he was like, man, y'all need to just cut that out. You know, he was talking with sense. And that's coming from a younger brother, 23 years old. You know, he got his whole life ahead of him. You know, so shout out to that young brother, Born Rope. But yeah, and you know, in Epic Mindsets, he was addressing the trolls. He went in on one of them trolls. He was like, how you gonna make content showing your behind? I guess one of them trolls was an OnlyFans, but I don't know. He was going in on a troll. Epic Mindsets. You know, I mean, it's just getting crazy and crazy, man. I wonder how long this gonna go on for between them, though, man. I'm just curious. If we in October. Today's October the 1st. If man, this go on for the rest of the year, that's a problem. I'm just saying that's a problem. That's a damn problem. If this go on for a whole rest of the tail. If we enter into 2025 with this still going on, that's a major problem. I'm just saying. That's a major problem. And all I see this as YouTube politics. You would think it's like, when I see how it seems like Ringo and New Breed is running for YouTube president. It's like they're running for president because that's what politicians do. They talk about each other to win the audience over. And that's what's going on between these two brothers. It's like a political race. It's like they becoming the president of YouTube or something. You know? That's what I look at this as, you know, and most people probably look at it as entertainment too, you know. But Epic Mindset's talking about not doing YouTube no more. I don't blame him, brother. Because this place could be toxic. Social media could be toxic, And I'm sure they're gonna talk about him. They're gonna say, "Oh, they might even try to lie. Oh, we made him quit YouTube." No, y'all didn't make Epic Mindsets quit YouTube. He decided to quit on his own accord. I'm just saying, I don't think he should quit YouTube, But if that's his decision, if he want to quit, that's his decision. I don't blame him, no, because this place, it could be tiring, especially if the algorithm not in your favor. But he got over 2,000 subs, though. His channel is really growing. But sometimes it do get tiring, though. It don't matter how many subs you have. You could have, what do you have, 2,000 or 200,000 or even 2 million subscribers. I've seen people with the millions. And they get tired of doing YouTube. They stop uploading content for a long minute. They got like 2 million, 4 million subscribers because they had reached that plateau and they flame die out. I talked about this a long time ago. Their YouTube flame died out. They lose their YouTube fire. What I mean by they flame died out, they just don't have it in them no more. They did what they had to do on YouTube. They made their mark. And so they say, I don't need to do this no more. Because they might still be making money off of their old videos. Yep. And they flame died out. So I don't think he's gonna probably quit. He might take a hiatus. I think he's gonna do a hiatus. Because I see a lot of content creators, they say they're gonna quit. And next thing, and I see about within 2-3 weeks, they uploading a video. Or they coming out with a live stream out of the blue. And anybody that catch it, like on that brother Cool Gen 86, I think Cool Gen 86, man. It's been a while since he did a live stream. But sometimes it get tiring though. And I don't blame content creators, because life is bigger than YouTube at the end of the day. You still gotta go out there and live life. You still gotta go do other things, I'm just saying. Life is way bigger than this YouTube nonsense. I understand people making money on this. Yeah, you can make money on here, but when it's stressing you out, if you keep getting into these beefs and back and forth, man, that's stressful. That'll take a toll on your soul. It'll take a toll on your mental health. You will lose a lot of sleep. I'm just saying, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. It's not. Yeah, so the best thing for them to do is just let it go. But we know that's not gonna happen because of pride and ego, because they want the attention. Some of the content creators, they want the attention. Like I said, it's just a game of politics they playing. That's what I look at it as. They playing YouTube politics, like they're trying to run for YouTube president. And the way I look at it, people gonna support who they support regardless, no matter who they think is right or wrong. That's just how the audience roll. They gonna rock whoever they want to rock with. That's how people roll. That's human nature. And you can't force people to pick sides. That's what's wrong with these content creators. They want to force their audience to pick sides. And you can't force people if they want to rock with Ringo, let them rock with Ringo. If they want to rock with New Breed, let them rock with New Breed. You can't force people to rock with these content creators. People gonna do what they want to do anyway. It's YouTube, man. Last time I checked, we are the viewers. We could watch any channel we want on here. We could watch any channel we want on here. And another thing, I want to call out this content creator, man. I think he was calling out another content creator. This has nothing to do with Ringo and New Breed, by the way. It's another content creator, Raj the Bad Guy. I guess he was beefing with Big J Triple X. I want to watch that live stream. I guess he was calling out Big J Triple X. You know, that's a content creator. You know, he was beefing. I guess he was calling out. I want to watch it. Now I found out he put it on members on. I was like, oh hell no, this BAN. He put it on damn members on. I say I can't stand when content creators do that, man. That's some BAN type stuff, man. You gonna put that on members only, man. I never did get that bull crap on YouTube. Members only. Okay, I'm subscribed to your channel. I'm just saying, I'm subscribed to your channel. I'm already a member of your channel. Why I gotta become a member of your channel? That's a scam. People need to wake the hell up. That's another. Members only ain't no better than OnlyFans. I'm just keeping it in a book. Members only is the YouTube version of OnlyFans. Why should I have to pay $2 or $5 a month to be a member of your channel when I'm already subscribed to your channel? That doesn't make any freaking sense. It's a scam. It's a damn scam. I'm not becoming a member of nobody's channel. And even if I had and I won't even force people to be a member of my channel if I had that feature on my channel. I'll be like, you could be join at your own peril if you want. Join on your own accord. Well, that didn't sound right. I say join at your own peril. I mean, join at your own accord. I'm not going to force y'all to become a member. I'm more satisfied if y'all subscribe, hit the like button, and share the video and comment. I'm more subscribed. I'm more happy about that. Why should I charge y'all $2 or $5 a month to become a member of my channel? And I'm not going to be doing members only content like that. I'm just saying. And that's a scam. People need to wake the hell up. I would never be a member of somebody's channel. I don't care how popular they are or if I know them in person. I'm just saying. That's some bull crap. So when he did that, when Reg did that, he put that on members on. I say, oh man, you BAN. And y'all know what a BAN is. That's some BAN stuff he doing, man. You know, you just don't want Big J to see that because Big J gonna call you out probably. You know? Yeah. That's too much. That is too much. Members only. Yep, but like I said, that's just another scam. Members only. You know, if you subscribe to somebody's channel, you're already a member of their channel, in my opinion. Even though you're a subscriber, that's still considered to be a member. I'm with you on that member for bullcrap. Exactly, it is bullcrap. It's a scam. If you subscribe to somebody's channel, you're already part of their channel. If you engaging in the comment section, you liking the person's videos, you engaging in the live stream chat, you're already a member of their channel. So why are you so say you get extra perks? No, that's just another hustle. It's another hustle. Because most people that offer becoming a member of their channel, they rarely do content for members only. It's a scam. It's a hustle. And they don't charge much, you know. I don't know how much some of these content. I know some content creators, they probably charge what, $2 a month, $5 a month, $10 a month. That'd be too damn much. Now you know that's a hustle. If they charging you $20 a month to be a member of their channel, that's a red flag. That's a huge red flag. Yes, it is. That's a huge red flag. If a content creator charging you $20 a month to be a member of their channel, that's a huge red flag. You better run for the hills. You better run for the hills, straight up. Yeah. But yeah, man, like I said, there's just a lot of stuff going on. And then we in October. And then we about to be in the holiday season. That's crazy. The port workers going on strike, inflation going up, and they still gonna want people to spend money on these bull crap holidays. People barely making it to get by. They want people to go into more debt, spending their bill money on these holiday gifts and all that. But they gonna do what they do regardless, because most people are sheeple. They don't want to wake up and question anything. They just want to go along with the program. It always been that way. Ain't nothing new under the sun. You always had sheeple, and you always had those that question things, how the infrastructure and status quo is. Some don't want super chat no more. They want Cash App. I don't blame them for having Cash App, because that super chat is a scam too. YouTube ripping it. You see that super chat? YouTube ripping people off. I think they take 70% of your super chat earnings. Google wrong for that. You wrong for that, Google. You ripping off the content creators. I could see if they should not take. I could see if they take 5%. They should take 5% of your earnings off of super chat, not no 70%. They ain't making much then. Especially if they ain't making a lot of money off of their content. They taking 70% of the super chats. They ripping people off. So that's the better route for them to go is Cash App, because at least when people give you a Cash App, you're gonna get the whole Cash App. Yeah, they do. They take a percentage of the super chats. They take a big chunk too. They take a chunk. Them bastards take a chunk. So God forbid, don't let Google buy a super chat, because if Google buy out super chat, if Google buy out Cash App, that's a wrap. That's a wrap for content creators. I'm just saying, if Google buy out Cash App, because Google brought out YouTube. Before Google brought out YouTube, YouTube didn't have this buffoonery what it has now. Ever since Google brought out YouTube, that's what YouTube became to how it became right now. Yeah, but if Cash App's lucky, if Cash App to ever be brought out by Google, that's a wrap, because they're gonna take a percentage from your Cash Apps, Google. Oh yeah, they take a huge chunk. I think that's wrong too. That's straight up wrong. Because every time you do content, you might not get a super chat. Every live stream, you're not gonna get super chat.
Hello and welcome to
Yep. Because I see some content creators, sometimes they ain't gonna get super chat. They might get a couple of super chats. And that's why some people do content every day, because they got to keep boosting up. They're trying to get their YouTube check. Ain't nothing wrong with that, especially if you're monetized. But don't let it consume you, though. Don't let it consume you. But all right. Like I said, I hope this dock worker stuff get resolved. I hope they don't stay on strike too long, because if they, it's gonna put a whole ripple in the transportation industry and society. And a lot of stores ain't gonna be without supplies for a while. It's bad enough Florida and parts of the East Coast got devastated by the storm. So, and now you got that strike going on. It's a lot of it's looking bad for America right now. It's looking bad for America. I'm just saying, it's looking bad for America. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up this live stream. Those who miss out, they just have to catch the rebroadcast. It is what it is. Y'all have a blessed evening. Y'all have a blessed afternoon. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up, and I'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace and blessings.